position. So we're standing nice and tall, and we just have our feet hip distance apart. And before we move, we're just going to ground into the floor. So feel that you've got all four corners of the feet pressed into the floor. So we're thinking about weighting the little toe, the big toe, and either side of your heel. And then from there, we're going to inhale, drift forward. So the weight goes anteriorly, but we still have our heels on the floor. And then we slowly draw back into the heels as we exhale. Breathe in to go forward. And then exhale, shift it back into the heels. And how far you drift forward and back is really kind of dependent on your postural bias, whether you kind of find it easy to lean into the front body or you find it easy to lean back into the back body. And that can change from day to day as well. So just shifting from front to back allows us to orientate better into the center, which is what we're trying to achieve in our Pilates. We're looking for neutral. And neutral basically means that we've got less load in the front of the body and less load in the back of the body, and they're both taking on half and half of the body's weight almost. So we'll do two more. Inhale to come forward and then draw back. So we're like a pendulum. And one more inhale forward and then gently draw back in space. From here we're going to step to the right, bend the knee a little bit, and then come back to the center. Step to the left, bending the knee a little, and back to center. So anybody that's joined us, good morning. We're working on getting some joint mobility here this morning. So the standing up warm-up really supports the joint mobility. We're going to do 4 more. And 3. We're really keeping the crown of the head nice and tall. Gentle connection through your center. And we'll take 1 more to the right and 1 more to the left. Now we come back into the center. We're going to reach the arms up to the sky as we inhale. And then as we exhale, bend the knees a little bit. Inhale, straighten the legs as the arms go up. Exhale, bending the knees. Breathing in to reach. Exhale to bend. Breathe in. And exhale, bend. We're going to do 1 more like that. Breathe in. And exhale, bend. Now we're going to step to the right again, but we're going to lift the arm up. And then come back to the center. Step to the left, lift the arm up. Come back to the center. Now come here into your circle and back down again. Step to the right, back to center. Step to the left, back to center. Circle the arms and back down. Again, breathe in. Exhale, breathe in. Exhale, breathe in. And exhale. 1 more to right. 1 more to left. And inhale up nice and tall, and exhale, just bring your hands down by your sides. Taking the right, left arm up, inhale it up, and then reach to the side as we exhale, and now inhale, circle it out, and then get ready to reach to the side again on an exhale. Breathe in. Exhale, circle, and I like to follow the hand here, because following the hand allows mobility into not only the neck joint, but also the nature of the movement is involving your wrist, your elbow, and your shoulder joint. We're going to do 1 more, reach it over. Inhale, circling around. Relax that hand down by your side, reach the top arm up and side reach. Inhale, palm is up as we circle around, and then exhale, reach over. Breathing in and reaching over. And that bothers anyone's neck, you could just keep your head kind of looking forward as you create the movement through the hand and the arm. We'll do 2 more. Exhale over. Inhale, circle. And 1 more. Exhale over. And inhale, circling out, relaxing your hands down by your side. Now clasp the hands together. We're going to breathe in and round the back and bend the knees a little bit. And then exhale, drawing the hands in towards the chest. Really stack the spine nice and tall. So we exhale, round through the back, articulating through spine. And then we slowly come back through the center. You're going to do 4 more of these. Pressing through all four corners of the feet, looking for a strong foundation. Last two. And one more. And back into your center. Excellent. From there, come to the end of your mat. And I'm going to position you down, but I need to change the camera angle because you can't see my mat very well. So you're going to just nod your head, fold your body forward, and then just gently walk yourself out into an all fours position. And then from there, come down onto your elbow, and then just gently walk out through your elbows and lower your thighs and your belly to the floor, releasing all 10 toenails. So you're just in this elevated position like a kid watching TV. And you're going to hold that position, just breathing in and out. And I'll just change the angle of my camera now so you'll be able to see my mat. So you're just breathing in and out there. So that's kind of a precursor of a plank, that exercise that you're doing now. It's called Sphinx position. Excellent. And we breathe in and out. From here, we're going to create some movement through the legs. So what I want you to focus on, imagine there's an ice cube underneath that belly button area, and you're gently drawing your belly in and up away from that ice cube. So you're supporting your low back here. Then with your right leg, you're going to pull your heel to your bum, really trying to have an influence on the back of your thigh as you draw your heel in, and then slowly release that leg out. So we exhale, draw the heel in of the left leg, tightening the back of the thigh, and then slowly lowering down. If you allow your belly to hang out, your back is like this, it's really arched. So you're really focusing on drawing that belly in and up to support your back. Exhale, right leg in. Inhale, release. Exhale. If this bothers anyone's back, do the same move, but come onto your tummy and heel in and release that. So now you've taken out the element of core challenge here, and you're just working on back of your thigh. So remember, you do you, you work with your own body's ability. As you pull in, the heel comes to your bum, and as you release, the toes start to point away. We're going for 4 more. 3, 2, last one, and slowly release. From here, you're going to tuck the elbows in, so you come up onto an all fours position, but we're going to keep the elbows down like this. Fists can be in this position, or palms can be down, your choice. Then we straighten out the right leg. We're going to bend the knee, but notice that the knee is in line with the hip, so the knee's not down here, it's up in line with the hip. We want to keep that alignment. Then we're going to press the sole of the foot up and lower down. So we only come back down in line with the hip. So it's a small lift. As we lift, we engage the glutes on the butt. I'm still trying to connect to my center to give my back some support. My eye gaze is just looking through my hands. And lift it. We got 2 more. And 1 more. Now keep it up there. We're going to add a challenge. Draw your knee out to the side like you're drawing circles with your hip. So we're circling at that hip, but we're still trying to keep the square box position at the pelvis. Imagine your thigh bone is stirring in the hip socket. For 2 and 1, reverse the circle. Your legs should be feeling quite heavy now. Should be feeling that work in your butt. If you feel it in the back, you might want to take a break. For 3 and 2 and 1, resting the knee. Come up onto your arms, so we come up into a square box position. Step your right foot out in front. And now just allow your body to lean forward into that front knee, so we open out the hip of the left thigh. If it's too challenging to have your hands down here, you could be up on your knee. Your hand could be against a wall, or if you have a roller, you can hold onto a roller. So again, choose what works for you. Stay in this position, open the heart and lungs, and breathe in and out. Softening through the hip as we exhale. Two more breaths. And last breath. Slowly lean back. So you've got a right angle at your knee here and a right angle at this knee. And then we come up into this balanced position. So a bit of challenge with balance. We're going to raise the hands up to the sky. And then we're going to pull the elbows out wide into like cactus arms. I'll change my angle in a second. And then you push the arms back up to the center again. So you're inhaling, elbows down by your side. And then exhale, push it up. Working on that balance. Inhale, elbows down. Exhale, pushing up. We're going 3 more. And press. 2. And press. Last one. Inhale down. Exhale, pushing up. And then slowly coming down. Hands to the floor. Slide that front leg back in space. Come back down onto your elbows. Straighten your left leg out long this time. Lift it up so it's in line with the hip. And now bend the knee. And we do the press up to work the glutes on this left side and down. So remember, it's a small lift up, down in line with the hip. Eye gaze looks between those hands. Gentle draw in from tummy. Squeezing the butt. Butt muscles are really important muscles to stabilize our joints. They support the knees and the ankles hugely as we walk and move around. So let's go for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I've just changed angle so you can see this circular movement. So I circle around and circle around. So this is tough here. This is challenging the circle. You can always shell stretch. If it's too much, the circles, just take a break till we're finished. Reverse the circle now, go the other way for 5. So you'll feel that burning in your glutes. 3, 2, and 1, and slowly releasing. Great. Come up onto all fours if you took a shell stretch. Square up with the arms so we come long arms. And now we want to take that leg that you just worked, your left leg forward in front of you, and then find a position that suits you for this stretch. Hands are on the top of your knees or out in front. If you have a block beside you, you could pop it underneath or behind your ankle and then propel from the block. So you can kind of maybe use things that are around close to you. You could use a cushion as well if that worked. But a wall is perfect because then that just gives you that tiny bit of support that you might need. What we're looking here for is the stretch. So we're just allowing our body to soften into it. We're trying to make it easy for ourselves. We don't want to be challenged in this position. We want to be able to kind of just sit here as if we had to sit here for like 5 minutes and it not be too challenging. And then we're using the breath to allow the body to soften. Breathing in. And exhaling. Breathing in. And exhale. 2 more. And last one. And now we walk it back, sliding that foot back, probably about a foot space, till we come up looking for this right angle here and the right angle on the bottom knee. That's where you know you're in a good balance position. We're reaching our arms up like we did earlier. We're going to pull the elbows out wide, but we're going to just change the movement slightly this time. So we're out wide and we're going to come into the center. Breathe in. Exhale, pull out, stretching the chest. Inhale and exhale, pull it out. Breathing in and pulling out. Lovely. Breathing in and pulling out. And pull out. And then one more, pulling the arm out. And then slowly bring your hands to the floor and then slide through that back knee. Drop your bum back to your heels as you reach your arms out in front and let your head drop down towards the earth. The elbows could rest as well. I hope you could see me there. I just realized I changed the camera angle, but you probably got the gist of what we were doing. So just take a couple of breaths as we're allowing that body to stretch and open. And then from there, let's turn onto your side. So we're going to come onto our side. I'm going to give you two options. So we're going to come like this for the more challenging option. So your elbow is in line with your shoulder, and this underside body, this is where you want to work on if you're in this version. So you want to really pull up through the side rib cage. So you're creating stability through all the joints involved here. And then with the top leg, we float the top leg up about an inch, and then you inhale, shift it forward, and then we exhale, shift it back just about 1 foot space back. So our challenge is the hip bones should stay parallel to whatever in front of you. This exercise can be performed down on your side. It's less challenging. It's inhale, same move with the leg, inhale forward, and then exhale, sweep back. So when I say less challenging, it's not less challenging to the leg, it's just less challenging to your waist. So work with the level that challenges your body appropriately. So if you're up here and you're dumping into your shoulder, then this isn't the level that's for you right now. You're better off down here and focus on the challenge, working your core to stop you from falling forward, and all of the leg muscles working to hold the leg in space as you drift it forward and back. So we inhale as we come forward, and then we exhale as we reach it back. So if you're out there swinging your leg out here and then swinging it back there and your hips are moving forward and back, then all you're doing is swinging. So stabilize from your pelvis. Inhale forward and then exhale, reach back, and then you'll really feel the essence of the exercise, the challenge of the exercise. So I'm really working my tummy here to support me in the sideline position to stop me from rocking forward. We're going to do 3 more and draw it back, and 2, and sweep it back, and last one. Breathe in and exhale, reach it back in space. Lovely. Bringing your feet together, roll onto your belly, and you're going to reach your right arm out in front, and you're going to take your left hand by your side with your palm down. As we lift up, slide your left palm down as we lift, and then exhale, gently lower it down. Breathing in to slide the left palm down and gently lower it. Inhale, sliding the palm down and maybe turning to look to your left and gently lowering down. 2 more. Inhale, lift, rotate to the left if that's comfortable for your neck and down. And last one, lift and rotate. I'm still sliding my left hand down as I turn to look to the left. And then I gently lower it back down. Now, reaching your left arm in front, your right arm down by your side with your palm down. Start by just inhale, lifting the head and sliding your right fingers down towards your knee. And then gently lower it back. Lifting up as we exhale. And lower it down. Lifting up. And gently lowering down. Now we can add that rotation. So we're doing the same move with the hand, but we turn to look to the right and then gently lower down. Looking to the right and gently lowering down. We'll do 2 more. And down. And last one, looking to the right and gently lowering down. Now you're going to turn over onto your other side. So you're going to be turning on your left side, or you can switch your legs around to be on the left side. And then choose whether you're going to be lying down or you're going to be on the elevated position. I'll show the elevated position this time. So find the side line. The elbow needs to be in line with your shoulder. So if your elbow's out here, you're just going to lose stability and then strain the shoulder joint. So tuck it in under if you're doing it. Otherwise, you're just lying down. And then we breathe in as we take the top leg forward and exhale, reach it back. Just 1 foot space is all you need to go back. Breathing in and exhaling back. And I'm working here to my underside body. I'm pulling up from the underside. So I involve the obliques here in the move. I'm really challenging mobility of hip, getting strength work in the front of the hip and strength work in the back of the hip. Breath in. And I want to keep the collarbones nice and wide, as if there was a pane of glass in front of my upper body and I can't move forward into that glass. And sweep back. Breathe in. We're going to go for another 6 of these. Just that having to hold the leg up in space as if you're sliding it forward and back on a shelf. That's a challenge in itself. So this is a tough exercise, not easy. Really start to lift up from the side if you're on this elevated position. Go for another 3. Last 2. And 1 very last one. Breathing in. And exhale, reach it back. So you should feel that burning there now. Dropping the foot down. Roll yourself onto your back now. So we're coming onto our back here. And we're going to take both legs into tabletop. Then we're going to straighten the legs up into the air if we can. And if you haven't got the flexibility through your hamstrings, it's fine for them to be slightly be bent. And then from here, what we're going to do is we're going to roll onto the left side. So we roll to the left side as far as we can go. The hands are still down by your sides. And then gently pull back to the center. And if you can straighten the legs, when you come to the center, straighten the legs. Then inhale, roll to the other side. Your knees are slightly bending as you roll to the side. Maybe you don't go all the way, and that's fine. Now, we're not turning all the way into the side this time. Our eye gaze is still looking to the ceiling. Breathe in, come to the midline and lengthen the legs out long. It's almost a simultaneous movement. And then simultaneous, you're bending the knees as you come to the side. Now, as we come back up, we start coming to the midline, but simultaneously lengthening the legs. Moving to the sideline, simultaneously bending the legs. Going to wherever we can. If you need to take an extra breath somewhere along the way, that's absolutely fine. Breathing in. And exhale, lengthening to the midline. 1 more to the left. Bending the knees. And slowly coming back to the top. Good. Pop your right foot to the floor. See, can you keep your left leg nice and long? We're going to inhale, let that left leg come out to the side. And then exhale, sweep it across. This can be a good time to use your band or your belt or your scarf if you have it. If you find this a little bit challenging on your thigh, pop the band or whatever it is you have around your foot so that you're taking some weight of the leg, but you're still mobilizing the hip joint. So feel free to use that band or scarf if you have it with you. We'll take 1 more. Inhale, 1/2 of the circle. and then exhale the other half. Now we reverse, go the other way, breathing in and exhale, circle. Breath in and circle. I'm gently drawing my belly in here as well to give me some stability through my waist muscles and my pelvis. You could have your hands on your hip bones if you wanted to just monitor whether you're moving around there. So this area needs to be really stable. You'll feel the thigh muscles working here as you're doing this move. We're going to take one more. Breathe in and exhale, circle around. Place that foot to the floor. Take your second leg up to wherever you can. Same move, breathing in and exhale, circling. And again, use that band if you need it. Place it around the sole of the foot. Shoulders are relaxed here on the mat as well as we're circling. Nice width through the collarbones. And then you can use imagery to support the quality of your movement. Imagining you're drawing circles on the ceiling or the sky, or think of the thigh bones stirring in your hip socket. Pause somewhere there and reverse the other direction. Breathe in and circling out. Breathing in and circling. So your thighs should definitely start working. 2 more. And last one. And circling around. Excellent. Place that foot to the floor. We're going to go into a full roll up now. So we reach the arms towards the sky. We take an inhale breath. On the exhale, nod the head, fold the body forward, grab the back of your thighs if you need a little bit of help coming up. Breathe in on the top. Exhale, tip your pelvis back. So it's like we're rolling the pelvis down, bit by bit by bit. And that in itself is challenging and strengthening your core. And reach your arms overhead. If you didn't get up the first time, you can watch me as your arms come up, lift one leg up and grab the leg. Roll yourself forward as you're coming up in space. Breathing in to roll it down. And exhale, reach it over. If you use lifting the leg up the second time, take your opposite leg up. So you just keep some evenness through right and left side. Breathing in to roll. And exhale to reach it over. Inhale, hands to the sky. And exhale, fold it forward. Working the tummy. The slower you come up, the more challenge you have with your core. Inhaling again. And exhale, reaching it over. Breathing in, hands to the sky. And exhale, coming up. Great, we're going to do one more. Rolling yourself down as we breathe in. Exhale, reach the arms over your head. And this time, inhale, just bring them down by your side. You draw your heels a little bit closer than your thighs. Take your right leg to tabletop, follow with your left. Press your knees together, look for space in your low back. Too challenging, you pop one foot to the floor. We're going to have our hands behind our head. We take an inhale breath, and then we exhale, twist to the right, to the left, and then slowly come back down. Now stay on the left. If you're doing a single leg, it looks like this. So we twist to the left, and down. Keep twisting to the left. Exhale, inhale, and down. 5 more. 4, like you're reaching your right elbow to your left knee, or you're trying to bring your right armpit to your left hip up. Last 3, 2, and 1 more. Lower it down. If you can, switch your legs around if you're on a single leg, and let's go to the other side. So we twist, lower down. Looks like this if you're on a single leg. You might notice that your body kind of feels more natural twisting to one side. And that's not surprising because we have a bias in our body where we prefer to use one side of our body. So often that shows up in your exercise routines. We've got 3 more. You should be feeling this all around the belly. 2, and 1, and lower down. Hug your knees into your chest. Gently give your knees a rock from side to side. Bring your feet onto the floor. And now you're going to do your roll up again for another 5 reps. And you're going to just feel a little bit more activity in through your core. So arms go behind your head. Inhale, hands to the sky. And then exhale, fold your body forward. Breathe in. And then roll it down. Inhale, arms over. Remember, you can take the right leg up if you need help to come forward. Breathe in, and then roll yourself down. Reaching the arms over. Breath, and flex. Use the other leg if you used it the first time around. Slowly finding your whole spine and head onto the mat. And lift. You've got 1 more, guys. Breathing in as we roll. Exhale as we reach over. Inhale as we come to the sky. And exhale as you come forward. Now we're going to take our feet away from the floor and we're going to go into our rolling like a ball. You could do this with your hands behind you, rock, and then come forward. So if that's kind of challenging for you or just makes you feel fearful to rock back without having your hands, bring them onto the floor. So this is a really good exercise to create mobility all through the vertebral bodies. But you're also engaging the muscles through your core, so you're getting almost like a massage of the internal organs. Great for fascia. And we're going to do 1 more. If you want to add the sequence when you come here, come up and then step back into plank, then step forward and then go back into your rolling like a ball. So feel free to do that now if you want to. Otherwise, we're going to focus on a little bit of stretching. So grab your band if you have your band close by, or your scarf. And then we're going to take the band around the sole of the right foot. And we're going to have the leg out in front of us. The other leg can be like this, or it can be out to the side, wherever is comfortable for you. Now with this leg, shift it off to one side. So you're kind of on an angle at one side. And then we're going to just gently turn our belly to almost kind of face that kneecap. So here I am in the center, looking center on. That leg could be out to the side if it's more comfortable as well. And then I'm going to twist my body so I'm almost in line with that left leg. Then I inhale nice and tall. And on the exhale, I'm leaning my chin towards my toes. And then maybe I might walk down the band or whatever it is you have, and allow the head to surrender and fall forward. So I'm getting a big stretch in through the back of my thigh. You may also be feeling it down the right side of your spine if you're on your left leg. If you're on the right leg, it will be down the left side of your spine. So we breathe in and out here, letting the head rest. So there's no space or place you need to go to, so you're not looking for a destination. You're just moving here to feel that influence on the back of the thigh, maybe on the lateral side of the spine. So you're not aiming to bring your nose to your knee or anything like that. Slowly start to stack your spine tall. Bring your leg into the midline. Pop your other foot into your scarf and then slide it to the right side. Turn your belly to look over that right leg. Spine is nice and tall as you breathe in. And then exhale, lean it forward so your chin is in line with your toes. We're going to stay here as we breathe in and out. And then allow your eye gaze to drop to look towards your shin bone. And then hold that stretch. And if you don't have a scarf or your band, your hand will just be resting lightly onto your shin as you allow the body to fold and surrender. Breathing in and exhaling out. And slowly coming out of there. If you can, you're going to look to see, can you bring the soles of the feet together? So it might look a bit like this with the soles of the feet together and the knees up quite high if your hips are tight. If you've got good flexibility, you can move the soles of the feet closer to you and then hold your hands around your little toe side and use your elbows to push out on the inner thigh, and you'll get a bit of a stretch onto the inner thigh. But if you're high up, you could be like this, and that can be enough of a challenge to get those inner thighs to open. And then wherever you are, we'll just breathe in and out.